Right now, roughly less than half of the forces that went in to begin with are still alive. They can't get out. How many are killed versus wounded, who knows? But at least 7,000 to 8,000 of the original number are killed or wounded. They have no tanks, no mobility, no artillery to speak of. They have been subjected to systematic annihilation from almost within the first 24 hours. Right now, you have along the original route pockets of, say, 3,000 or 4,000 Ukrainian and allied US, UK, Polish troops, essentially in what we used to call a die-in-place position. They can't surrender. If they surrender, certainly the Americans and the British and the Poles are going to be in a lot of trouble. So I doubt seriously there's any willingness on their part to give up. The Ukrainians might, but even then, they no longer can count on the kindness and generosity that they've been shown in the past. People say, well, that's never been the case. That's not true. The Russians could have been a lot harder on the Ukrainians from the beginning than they've ever been. Now I think the gloves are coming off, and that's what the population in Russia wants. So this entire Kursk business should not be compared to the Bulge, because frankly, the Bulge was a high risk, gamble for Hitler at the time, but it was more plausible than anything you see here. And ultimately, the Bulge failed because the Germans didn't have enough fuel to power their way forward, not because they were systematically defeated on the ground. They were not. And ultimately, most of the equipment we found after the Bulge was over had not been damaged by air power. Some of it was destroyed by artillery, but a lot of it was just left intact or demolished on site. So my point is, this was pure folly, fantasy, and stupidity from the day it began.